Do each of these things in here, when you pass them, cue a memory?
Oh, yes.
The new exhibit, called Spike Lee Creative Sources, speaks to his unique place in American life. But everywhere there is evidence, Spike is first and foremost a son of Brooklyn.
I mean, you can go anywhere around the world and say, "Is Brooklyn in the house?" And you can get a response. Global, worldwide. They're not saying that in Staten Island.
At the Brooklyn Museum, there are more than 400 items collected by Spike Lee.
It's stuff that tells the stories of these movies. It's my family.
Movies, sure, but there is ample testament to the vast range of his interests. The guitar on the end was given to him by Prince.
I asked him for it. He said, "Forget about it." And it showed up a year later, unannounced, in a guitar case. It's out there.
It just showed up at your house?
I had forgotten about it.
His story began in Georgia, but the baby with spiky hair grew up in Brooklyn.
We were the first black family to move into Cobble Hill.
Can you draw a straight line almost from this picture to Do the Right Thing?
Yes.
You the man. No, you the man. No, you the man. No, you the man.
Like Mookie, Spike grew up in what was then a predominantly Italian-American neighborhood.
You don't forget that stuff, and it comes back.
In a gallery devoted to his family, visitors will learn of his history.
This is my father's mother, Mother Lee. This is my mother's mother, Zinnie Shelton. She put me through Morehouse and NYU Graduate Film School. For 50 years, she saved her Social Security checks.
His father, the jazz bass player Bill Lee, recently died. Next to his picture is a condolence letter from the vice president. His mother, Jacqueline, took him to this same museum when Spike was a boy.
We didn't want to go. My late mother was dragging us to museums, off-Broadway plays. She wanted her children to be well-rounded, especially in the arts.
It was his mom who ignited in the young man a love of the movies.
So my father, Bill Lee, hated Hollywood movies, so since I'm the eldest, I was my mother's movie date.
During a private tour, Spike told me most of this comes from the office of his film company.
The people who weren't getting into my office can now see the art, the photography, the sports memorabilia that was on the walls.
His love of sports, and his beloved Knicks in particular, is obvious.
These are all game-worn jerseys, many of them signed.
The first Knicks championship came following games he witnessed as a teenager.
May 8th, 1970, Madison Square Garden. I was there. And that's the net. That's one of the nets from that game.
It's positioned above a shot of the game's injured hero, Willis Reed.
I've never heard a sound loud when Willis walked on the court.
So many signatures, including one from Michael Jordan after the Knicks lost to his Chicago Bulls.
To Spike, sorry.
Purple trunks, once worn by the boxer Joe Louis, are near a poster for one of the greatest heavyweight fights ever.
The Rumble in the Jungle.
There is a room devoted to baseball, dominated by memorabilia from Jackie Robinson, the first African-American to play in the majors.
This is a picture of Jackie holding his 1949 MVP award, and this is the award right here.
In fact, the jacket Spike is wearing once belonged to his idol, an idol he actually met.
I saw Jackie, my father pushed me up to say hello to Jackie.
Did you? You actually shook the man's hand?
Yeah.
But his most treasured item is not from any athlete or actor. His most valuable possession isn't a prop or a poster. It's a flag.
And this was signed to me. I'll read it in their own handwriting. To Spike, yours in the struggle, from Nelson Mandela, Amanda.
The flag from the African National Congress, the ANC, was signed by Nelson and Winnie Mandela.
Victory's in sight. We shall be free. Amanda. Power to the people. Winnie Mandela, South Africa, March 31st, 92. So when they signed this, black people were still under the reign of apartheid.